Hello, my friends. This is Dr. Ginny Baro. Welcome to Start the Day with Ginny. Today, I wanted to talk with you about transitions. If you find yourself transitioning from one role to another within your organization, you may find yourself transitioning jobs. I know some of my clients have experienced some reorganizations and layoffs recently, and they are transitioning to new companies looking for new work. You may be transitioning from working in the corporate world to starting your own business. Transitions in general generate a lot of, I don't want to say the word anxiety because it could be different for everyone, but a lot of uncertainty. And in the midst of uncertainty, there are a few strategies that you can use to give you a sense that you have a direction in which you are going and that you know what you're going to do. And the biggest challenge when you are transitioning is that the truth and the facts are that you don't know what's going to happen. So let me give you the first strategy to help you transition smoothly. The first one is let's work on the way you're thinking about your transition. Usually, when you know your unique value proposition, when you know your superpowers, how you add value to your role and to your team, you can use that and leverage it to help you sell yourself, promote yourself, share how you contribute with your network, with the recruiters that you're speaking with the hiring managers within your company that are entertaining this new position where you could be the main candidate. So there's the use of your unique value as a way to give you the confidence that you are a viable candidate that has a lot to offer to an organization, to a function, to a role. That's the first part of strategy one, to understand your value and to anchor in that value so that you can speak about yourself confidently. The second part of the mindset shift is to think about this situation as being temporary, because it is. However, when we are in it, it feels like we just don't know how long it's going to take, whether or not we're going to land that role, etc. If you are transitioning to running your own business, there's even more uncertainty there because when you know that you rely on yourself for sustenance and that no one is going to give you a paycheck every 2 weeks, it creates all kinds of angst and uncertainty within you. And so if you are transitioning, the mindset of this is temporary is going to allow you to give yourself grace. And when you feel any anxiety and stress about the uncertainty, that it being temporary causes it to have less of a charge, because in your mind, you're not going to blow it up to be this be all end all, but rather this too shall pass. And it will make you more resourceful. It will help you keep your mind calmer. And as a result, you will be more in control of your actions, of your thoughts, and of your way of looking at the situation. So that's the first part, the first strategy, to shift your mindset around my value and about this is only temporary. This is not forever. The second piece and the second strategy about transitioning that can support you is to get clear on what you need to make this process of transitioning as successful as possible. When I was transitioning from my role in the corporate world to either a new job or when I was transitioning to running my own business, I needed to become clear about what was I standing on? What were my options? What was factual for me? As it relates to starting my own business, I knew that I had a year plus of a runway, which meant for me that if I try this and it didn't work out, I just go back to finding another corporate job. And I gave myself the financial certainty by planning and ensuring that I could cover my expenses during the time that I was experimenting. Likewise, I'm sure you have heard this before, which is we need to have some savings that will support us if something happens to us and we're not able to work. We can still pay for our expenses for at least 6 months. And if you, depending on your planner or depending on the financial advice that you receive, some people say even longer than 6 months. And so every one of us is going to need something different to feel more certainty during a transition. Typically, when you feel anxiety, when you feel stress, I'll help you shift your mindset around what that means by saying this. That stress and anxiety, see them as warning signals that you need to look into something. So if you, for example, have a speech to give and you're feeling stressed and nervous, most likely that is a signal that you need to prepare. If you have a deal coming up, a client meeting, and you're very stressed and nervous about it, see it as a signal. I need to look into this. What am I not planning? What am I not preparing for that I should? So these parts of us that pop up when we are in situations like this with uncertainty, where there are unknowns, they are helping us get ready so that we can be proactive and be set up for success. So, what is that for you during this transition? What can help you feel that you got this? What could give you more certainty and confidence that what you need is available to you? Perhaps you need to reach out to your network and see if you need some resources that you currently don't have accessible to you. Maybe you need to talk with a coach to help you in this transition, to get some clarity, to maybe look at the different options that you have in front of you and to get creative around solutions for yourself. That may be one path that you can follow. Only you can figure out exactly what you need during the transition. Knowing that I had a year runway gave me so much peace. And so it gave me the ability to focus on what I needed to truly devote my mental bandwidth to, which was to get creative around how to build a business and how to learn to build a business from scratch. In this case, for you, whatever you discover, it's going to give you more resources to tap into so that you can take the next steps confidently. So that's the second one that I wanted to talk about. And finally, when you are transitioning, it is so important to visualize where you want to end up. And the reason why that's important is that if you don't have that target in mind of where you want to end up, when you have to make decisions along the way, you're going to be confused and indecisive. Being decisive is a great trait for a leader, where you have the facts, you can look at them, you can analyze them, you can decide yay, nay, and move on. It's extremely important to practice the craft of making quick decisions, informed decisions. So that vision that you have, that vision that you have for yourself in this new role, or in this transition when you start your business, or in this transition when you go to a new company, that vision will help you say yes and no to different opportunities that you will run into. And by the way, the opportunities will come. So change your mindset. Instead of worrying about what is going to happen, start visualizing what you want to happen. Start opening your eyes to look for opportunities. Speak with your network, connect with them, share your vision of what you are looking for within the company or outside and within your business, because you may not have the experience of running this type of business before. Make sure that you surround yourself with mentors who are doing exactly what you want to do, who can guide you. And so I hope that this training is helpful to you if you are in a transition right now. And if you need support, you can always find me at callwithginny.com. Live with purpose, live with joy. I'll see you soon.